1.1, 1.2, 0.5, 0.4. Ah, that moved. Right, they are nipped up at the back for now. I'm going to leave the brace on off until the end. Let's go back to the back. So again, it moved when I done it up. I'm going to leave the back for now. I'm going to work on the front a little bit. I need to get this camber off of this side. And I need to track the front. And ideally need to do caster. Hasn't got enough caster on this front right, but that could be because of the camber. So we'll adjust the camber first. Just using penetrating spray on these track rods. Typical. So right now, I'm dealing with this track rod nut that's basically welded itself to the tie rod knuckle out of the steering rack, and I can no longer adjust this nut because it's seized on there. We're going to get this nice and hot and see if we can budge it. That is certainly looking a lot better than when it started. So the only thing to do now is to just sort this last little bit of towing on this rear right wheel, then torque everything up and mark it with the pen. There we go, guys. That's as close as I think I can get this one. It will change with just moving the car, you know, massively. But that is acceptable for sure. Plus or minus 0.1 millimeters. So the only thing that I might redo is just do another caster swing and see where that goes, and see if it's any better now. So I've just come back to do another caster swing. So I'm back to where I was. Again, pretty equal all round toe. Tiny little bit too much caster on this front wheel, but it changed massively when I moved the ramp position. Now I need to go back up with the car and lock it in the same position as what it was. It's flickering ever so slightly. So having toe in on the front will make the car feel quite numb when you're driving right in the center position. If you start to put toe out on the front, when you change direction, the car will want to change direction very quickly. It almost bites in. The caster is fairly equal, 0.2 degrees. I'm happy with that. I'm actually happy that it's come out pretty well. It's pretty consistent on all four corners. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. It's a good road setup. It should feel very stable on the road. The tyre life should be very good as well. We can check the car after a year and check on the tyre life and then see if it's worth taking a little bit of toe out of the front off. But other than that, that is a good road setting for your Mk4 Supra on stock size wheels and tyres. So the car will drive really nice. It'll feel incredibly stable now. And I think that's the main thing, is to give you confidence in the car, especially at high speed. And these cars are designed to be GT cars, you know, they're designed to do long autobahn mileage, and these are the kind of settings you want. So guys, these front lower wishbone bolts at the front, I've got a torque wrench on it, that's what it needs to be done up to, 226 Newton meters. $233, so that's definitely tight enough, that's all good. Then the rear ones, the camber bolts and the toe bolts, they are 184 Newton meters. So these are 184. $174. Oh, they are tight. $184. That is all of the alignment bolts that I've touched are now tight. I'm going to go and get my paint pen. Let's start marking these up. That's marked, that's marked. That's marked. That one's marked. We'll do these ones here. We'll do the tie rods. Pen's nearly dead, guys. It's nearly dead. So I've still got the braces to put on, front and rear. These have not seen copper slip for quite some time. And there we have it. We have our before and after. So you can see the rear was really far out. This car must have drove very badly on the way here. So I'm glad we've done the alignment. Obviously we found 2 loose bolts, 1 concentric washer that was knackered. And we've now got a decent geometry setup on this vehicle. We've also included the 1/2 degree of pitch down, so at high speeds it will travel very well. The only thing I've got left to do is take the pods all back off, torque the wheel nuts up, hang the pods back up, and go for a test drive. Last thing to do, let's torque these wheels up. So now we can put all the centre caps back on. Tyre valve covers, can't forget them. Last thing to do is just to print this. And there we have it. This is now all aligned. It will drive so much better, so much better. And to put it in the car, and we'll take it out for a test drive tomorrow. Make sure the steering wheel is nice and centre. Make sure it drives exactly how I want it. And then it will be on its way back to its customer. Anyway guys, that was a hard one. I enjoyed doing it. I didn't quite get it perfect, but it was pretty close. There is some tolerance and some error in the machine as well, so we have to take into account of that. But plus and minus 0.1 millimeters, or plus and minus, you know, 1/10 of a degree, you're not going to be able to feel the difference. Looking very sharp. Well, that's it guys, that's it for the alignment video. I hope you all enjoyed it. The car drove lovely and straight when I took it out for a test drive. Also, Lee took it out, he was very happy that the car drove and tracked dead in a straight line. Handling was good. I did make a few adjustments to the bump and rebound and to the top of the shock. Anywhere between 7 and 9 clicks from hard is good. On the Supra, you can soften the back up if you want a little bit of a softer ride on the rear of the car, because it's fairly light on the rear, so you can soften the rear up a little bit. Other than that, I think we've had a nice introduction to setting up and what it takes to align a Mk4 Supra. I'm very happy with how it came out, and I think the vehicle will go back to its customer and he will be very happy as well. The main thing I think you really have to do when setting up a vehicle is to make sure whatever you do, you make sure it's safe. That's why I like to keep the rake angle in the vehicle. I don't like to pitch up on the vehicle. There were some videos released and there's loads more information about it. but just from that pitch up angle you can change about 300 pounds of force. And obviously if you have got a car that's pitching up and you're accelerating, let's say you are on the autobahn and you reach 150 miles an hour, 350 pounds of force on the nose is almost like taking the engine out the car, so the car is not going to feel very stable at all at them speeds. Keep the rake on the car will always feel stable. And we're going to be doing a few more videos. I say we've got the RPS triple to do, we've got the short block engine to build, and we will go from here. Anyway, that's it, and I will see you in the next one.